fans, we about to hit you with another one. Hit you with another one. And this next fight, this fight analysis is between Terrence Crawford, Sean Porter. Now let's get straight to it. With Terrence Crawford, one of the best fighters, if not the best fighter today besides Canelo. Terrence Crawford is highly skilled, excellent footwork, excellent balance, amazing shots. He knows how to pot shot, fight long range, mid range. Inside fighting is A plus. Um, Wonderful uppercuts to the body, uppercuts to the head. He mixes it up well, throws amazing combinations. He's 34 years old and he's 5'8.5". Some say 5'9". Then you got Sean Porter, 5'7", 33 years old, and been in the game for a minute now. I watched his rise on Showtime, hence the name Showtime. Sean Porter. He fought one of the most fights ever in the Next Generation series of Showtime. I remember that. Sean Porter been in the game since the amateurs, just like Terrence has. They known each other since Venezuelan days. Sean Porter has notable wins, credible wins against A-level fighters, such as, let's get straight to him, Danny Garcia, Adrian Broner, and I believe yes, it's another big fighter. You guys can mention it in the comment section below if you would like to. But this is all off the top of the head. I'm not reading from a script. These two fighters are very special. You know, at A level, anybody can win come fight night. But my analysis is the top 5 keys to victory is Terrence Crawford using his jab, mixing it up southpaw orthodox, confusing Sean Porter, and getting him out of there with precision. Number 2, ring generalship. Take control from round 1. Now let Sean Porter set up. Every time Sean Porter tries to let his hands go and come forward, counter him. Parry, counter, parry, counter, parry, counter. Terrence Crawford, one of the best fighters in the world at parrying your punch and landing. And he loves to anticipate what you're going to do. And once he figures you out, it's a wrap. Number 3, use jabs consistently. The jab is always an important weapon. I will always say it for each and every fighter, unless that fighter just doesn't have a jab at all and doesn't jab very well. I'm going to always say key to victory is to use your jab and be intelligent with your jab. That's always one of the keys to victory for any fighter for the most part, 99.9% of the time. Number 4, use your feints. Terrence Crawford, just like Canelo and a couple other fighters, they have some of the best feints in the game. I'm telling you right now, Terrence Crawford feints are next fucking level, and he's going to get the job done come fight night and use a feint, and then he's going to hit him with a big shot where Sean Porter just doesn't see the punch coming. And number 5, keep that killer instinct. Keep on the pressure, intelligent pressure, and box it first. Feel Sean Porter out. Catch him with something you don't see coming and finish him. I believe he's going to finish him in the 4th or 5th round. People say, why the 4th or 5th? Terrence Crawford gets the cooking around that 4th and 5th round. And can he hurt him early and maybe stop him? I don't think that's going to happen because Sean Porter has one hell of a granite chin, and he'll get up and keep getting up. He's not going to fold. So, unless Sean Porter comes out really reckless with no type of defense, I just don't see that happening. But instead, like I said it again, those are the top 5 keys to victory for Terrence Crawford is to be versatile and use all of your tools to be victorious and dominant come fight night. Sean Porter, 5 keys to victory. Use your jab. You have a really good jab, double it and triple it. You're going to need to double it and triple it and be selective with it come fight night. Don't just throw the same standard jab. You know how to feint very well. So feint, then throw the jab. Throw the jab without a feint. Mix it up. Number 2, your left hook. Counter left hook is going to be very important in this fight. Sean Porter, if you go and watch his highlights of his fights, he has one hell of a left hook, and if he lands it and times it on the right time of Terrence Crawford coming forward, maybe while Terrence Crawford throws lazy left hand lead, hit him with the left hook, you may get him to start stumbling and bumbling a little bit. You never know. Because Porter does have decent power. He doesn't have knockout power necessarily. He has decent power. Number 3, be deceptive. Change levels. Go up and down, up and down. Don't just be predictable. Changing levels is very important. That's something Terrence Crawford does very well. You're going to need to have that in your arsenal come fight night to confuse Terrence Crawford. Throwing the jab and then the overhand right. So the overhand right is the key to victory against the southpaw. Always has, always will be is the right hand. But the overhand right, particularly, can really land on someone like Terrence Crawford, because Terrence Crawford is a front runner a lot of time. He likes to put a lot of pressure on you and let his hands go. One punch, if you time it precisely, is the overhand right. Glenn Johnson, if you guys know your boxing, used to always throw at the old Road Warrior. And he would hurt a lot of people with that punch alone. He's setting it up with the jab to the body or even the jab to the chin and then follow it right away with the overhand right. Especially Sean Porter having such a balanced base, being more stocky at 147. And last but not least, don't let Terrence Crawford dictate the pace early. You take control and you dictate the pace early. You be the boss in there. Terrence Crawford used to being the bully and the boss. It's time for you to be the bully and the boss. It's your last chance, I believe, at, like you said, Hall of Fame status. If he put up a good fight, I believe he'll get to that Hall of Fame status. But if he gets knocked out, who knows? I think he deserves it anyway because he's fought everybody. You should go ahead and throw Sean Porter in there. You know, there's some people in there that don't even have the credentials that Sean Porter have, and they made it to the Hall of Fame. So why not put somebody like Sean Porter, who really loves the sport, put in 10 plus years, fought as many people as he could, never really ducked anybody. You got to respect that. And he has wins over notable top A-level fighters today. So that's pretty much it. If you guys have anything else to chime in on, I'm gonna wait for y'all to come into the chat. And you know, we'll talk some boxing with you know, Crawford versus Porter. Crawford versus Porter. So like I said, I'm big on understanding that it's not always easy for fighters to adapt. One thing about Terrence Crawford, he's going to find a way to adapt. His adaptability is next level. So if Sean Porter don't find a way to adapt, he's going to be in trouble. You know, coming forward, rushing, you only can do so much with that. You know, Terrence Crawford throwing the way that he throws with bad intentions, and he's always looking to get the knockout. He's not going to play with you. Very cerebral, very intelligent. His mid-range game to me is A+. If you sit and you don't punch, or you punch lazy, he's going to expose you. That's the bottom line. He's going to expose you and you're going to get hurt. And he loves fighting shorter fighters. I'm telling you, it's not going to be pretty. It may take him a little while to figure out Sean Porter early. But by round 3, if Porter has not really put on the gas pedal and made Terrence Crawford think about what he's doing before he does it, Terrence Crawford going to put a barrage of punches together. And he knows Sean Porter's tough, so he's going to keep throwing until the referee either stops it or Kenny Porter go and wave the towel and then be all over. That's just what I see happening. Could Sean Porter shock the world and somehow win by decision? I don't see that happening. I just don't. He would have to box a perfect fight all 12 rounds. And at some point, he's going to make a mistake and he's going to pay. And I'm telling you, once he hurts Sean Porter, he's going to jump on. And Terrence is super quick with the punches. He's going to let 10, 12, 14, 16, 18 punches go at a time once he knows that you're hurt. Or he may even line you up with the jab and just land that really big left hand, or switch back to orthodox and throw a jab, overhand right, or jab, uppercut. And just mix up the variation, you know. Mix up the variation. So, yeah, that's pretty much all I got for the Terrence Crawford fight and Sean Porter. So, If y'all have anything to add, you can. It's really self-explanatory when you know the different styles of opponents. Like one thing Terrence Crawford does well is when you throw a hook, he throws a straight. Or when you throw a straight, he throws a hook, and he just knows how to time you very well. Like better than most. Better than most. His timing is impeccable. So the fight I want to see, to be honest, I know this is off topic, is Jerron Boots Ennis versus Terrence Crawford. That's my money fight. That's the fight I pay crazy money to see. That's the super fight. That's the mega fight because both are undefeated. Both have just crazy speed, crazy athleticism, top A-level boxing skill. It would just be a delight to see. A lot of people don't want to see that because it's two boxers, but they both got bad intentions and they both want to win really bad. So when you have two boxer punchers with bad intentions that like to lead and let their hands go, I just think it'd be an amazing fight. So yeah, before y'all leave the chat, make sure you hit that like button, hit the subscribe button, and don't forget to rate and comment on the video. Make sure the engagement is up. Make sure the engagement is up. And like I said, man, it's gonna be a beautiful night of boxing, man. I'm excited for the Deontay Wilder Tyson Fury fight that's obviously coming up here in just a second. And I saw Fowler and got knocked down and beaten. He's lost to Smith, one of the Smith brothers. So shout out to one of the Smith brothers for getting that much needed win. And I heard Deontay Wilder's brother supposed to be fighting on the undercard, so we're gonna see what's going on with that. But yeah, man, I'm excited for this Crawford Porter fight because everybody thinks that's the reason why Crawford is, supposedly been avoiding top fighters because he's not ready for them or he thinks one of them got his number. But if he dominates Porter, I believe he'll silence all critics. Porter's in his prime. Porter's not past his prime. Yeah, he's been in some wars, but he's not shot worn. He's not a damaged goods fighter, as they call it. Still speaks well. Always in shape. Always ripped up, cut up. So there's no excuse. There's no excuse. But yeah, like I said, if you guys have anything else to add, just let me know what's good with it in the comment section below. Who do you think is gonna win and why? Do you think the jab of Porter and the consistency of him throwing a lot of punches is gonna be the difference, or counter punching, or do you think the counter punching skill of Crawford will be too much for Porter and make him gun shy? And we may even see the smallest punch average ever from Porter because of Terrence Crawford's ability to make you gun shy and not throw as much. Similar to how in most Mayweather fights, if you had a high percentage of throwing a lot of punches, he would make sure to knock that down and make sure that you couldn't throw a lot of punches. And if you did, you were going to miss a lot. And if you only land maybe 15 to 20% of your punches, maybe even lower than that come fight night. I think the highest I've seen somebody land on Mayweather was like 28%, 25%, maybe 30%. And I think that was the Jose Luis Castillo fight, the first one, or the first Madonna fight. I'm not sure, but definitely one of those. I would even say Zab Judah is what a Zab Judah bout that Floyd Mayweather had. Those three fights. And I'll say Cotto. I'm tripping. Cotto, Miguel Angel Cotto as well. I believe he was up there in at least the high 20%, which that's not good. But against Mayweather, that's good. That's considered good. Against another fighter, that'd be below average. That'd be below average for sure. But yeah, man, y'all sit back, get your popcorn ready. It's gonna be a very dope fight, between Crawford and Porter. Y'all finally getting what y'all want. Y'all say that Crawford don't fight nobody. Well, he's fighting somebody. So I'm gonna get back to you guys in the comment section below. Who you got winning, Crawford or Porter? I'll let y'all in a little bit. Peace.